Good afternoon, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's April. How many of you are still committed to your New Year resolutions? Or at least remember them? Come on, guys, be honest. I'm on track of my list. I had 3 simple resolutions. Number 1, to read 50 books this year. Number 2, to run at least 500 kilometers this year.
Wow.
And number 3, at least have a girlfriend, at least in this year. But I'm here to talk about my first resolution, reading. Why I picked it and how it has become a passion now. One day, I was having lunch with my colleagues at office, and one of them started discussing about a book which he has read like 10 years ago. I wondered how he still remembers every detail of the book, whereas I forgot what I had for my breakfast. Then he advised me to take reading as a habit before it's too late. But actually what he meant was before I get married. So I started reading, and he explained about a story to me, why reading is so important, and which I would like to share it with you all today. An old farmer lived on farms in a hill with his young grandson. The grandpa was up early morning, sitting at the kitchen table and reading a book. One day, grandson asked, "Grandpa, I tried to read a book, which I don't understand a lot. And what I do understand, I forgot as soon as I close the book. What good does reading a book do?" Before that, Grandpa quietly turned to his grandson and said, "Take this coal basket, go down to the river, and bring me a basket of water." The boy did as he was told. He went to the river, and he came back. By the time he comes back, the basket was empty. All the water leaked out on the way. The grandpa laughed and said, "Son, you have to try a little faster next time," and sent him back to the river. This time, the boy ran faster, and by the time he get back to the grandpa, the basket was empty again. He told his grandfather that it is impossible to carry a basket, and get a bucket instead. Grandpa said, "I don't want a bucket of water, I want a basket of water." This time, and he sent his grandson to the river again. This time, he also went to the door to see how the grandson is trying to get the water. At this point, the grandson knew it was impossible to bring water. But he wanted to show that even if he ran as fast as he could, the water would still leak out from the basket. The boy went to the river, dipped the basket, and ran ferociously to the grandfather. But again, the basket was empty. He said, "Grandpa, this is useless." The grandfather said, "Son, look at the basket." The moment he looked at the basket, the boy sees that the basket has been transformed from a dirty cold basket to a clean inside out. The grandfather said, "Son, that's what happens when you read books. You might not understand or remember everything, but when you read and read and read, you will shine inside out." I was astonished by the story. We all know the basket here is a metaphorical for the impact of reading on our brains. Elizabeth Hardwick said, "The greatest gift is passion for reading. It is cheap, it consoles, it distracts, it excites, it gives a great exposure to the world and freedom, and it is moral illumination." So, what does reading actually do? Reading improves your vocabulary. Reading improves your focus. Reading improves your concentration. Reading improves your imagination. It helps you to get to know other people's views and their opinions. Listen up, guys, it's for you all there. Girls like guys who are smart, interesting, and attractive. You know what? Reading does all these things. So pick up the book, you will no longer be a single. In my experience, reading transports us, excites us, illuminates us, enlightens us, inspires us. It lets us into the others' minds who are long gone. I could go on and on and on about reading, benefits of reading, which I would like to give conclusion to the unerring Dr. Seuss, who once said, "The more you read, the more things you know. The more things you know, the more places you go." I started reading as my New Year resolution in the first week of January. By mid-February, it became a habit. And now, it is my passion. I'm on my 8th book already. Now I sing this song. I like big books that I cannot lack all the time. So, I would suggest you all guys to pick up the book which you are planning to read and postponing it for quite some time. Pick up that book so that you can go to the next book. And for the people who never read a book, it's never too late. Join the club. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you. Yes, Bhanu, I indeed do agree.